I tell you what, people walking on the side of the street, they're gonna know, hey, there goes the lettuce king of ZIELONKA. Probably watching these fresh heads of lettuce drive by, and they're thinking to themselves, you know what? I want a salad.
Sweep the leg.
What is happening, good people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today's episode, we're back here, Farming Simulator 25. And in the last episode, we bought a shed. We also bought another field of grass, sold off some lettuce. As it sits right now, our bank account, $29,591. It is currently the month of April, and look out at these fields of grass, which is pretty awesome. And we have got some fertilizing to do. All of the fields but one need to be fertilized, and that's what we're going to do right now. We are also going to sell our trailer full of wheat. Been hanging on to it for a little bit too long. But first things first, I'm going to take you on a little aerial tour of some of the changes that have been made. As you can see, I filled in this whole area with concrete. So now we just have a large concrete pad here in the back of the farmhouse. And I extended the concrete all the way up to the shed. And if we take a look here, the concrete goes from the street and it goes all the way up to the shed. I did soften some of the area around the entrance to the shed here so that, as you can see, it's not as abrupt. And when we're bringing the equipment in, we're not going to have to fight too much with it. I also extended the concrete out on this side as well. It's not the prettiest job, it's not the neatest job, but you know what? Farming Simulator 25 is not the easiest game to paint the concrete in, if you know what I'm saying. I think you do. So we got a little bit of space on the side of the shed over there for some equipment. We got our mowers and our cultivator. And eventually this area here is just going to be used for our grass equipment. And we'll build another shed over on the fields over there once we get our grain fields up and operational. So this is going to help us out a lot. As you can see here, I also extended the concrete out on this side of the greenhouse and around here, so it just makes it a little bit cleaner to look at. All right, so we have our fertilizer spreader filled with fertilizer. Let's go ahead and turn on the fertilizer spreader. And let's fertilize these fields of grass. Now once again, it's pretty difficult to see where you have already fertilized, so we're probably going to run over the same areas a couple times, and that's fine. Better safe than sorry. Hopefully the fertilizer spreader and its capacity will be able to handle all of the fields that we have here without having to be refilled. I think it should be doing a good job for us. All right, so this should be covering all areas of the field. Should be able to get this all done in just this last pass here. The field that we just bought in the last episode, this middle field here, does not need to be fertilized. I mean, that was sitting at 100% fertilized already. I think it was already fertilized with the spinach that we ripped up. And then when we seeded it, it ended up fertilizing it to 100%. So let's go ahead and drive down to this other field here. And here we go. I don't know if we can get the whole field. I mean, we can probably get the whole width of this field. Let's try it. I think this is getting the entire width of this field in one pass. That's how large this fertilizer spreader is, and that is pretty awesome. And just to be sure, we'll probably head over and favor this right side a little bit, and then we can just make another pass. I mean, we've got the fertilizer in the spreader. Taking a look ahead of us, it is our field of oats. And that is pretty cool too. And I'm not sure if that field needs to be fertilized as well. If it does, we're just going to knock out two birds with one stone. All right, let's hop out and take a look. All right, this is fertilized at 100%, so no need to fertilize this field. Let's go ahead and hop back in the tractor. get the left side of this field here. Then we'll go down and finish up our lower grass field. And I tell you what, in one more month's time, in the month of May, the grass will be ready to harvest, but the little trick is waiting one additional month. So it looks like in June, we're going to be able to harvest all of these fields of grass, get a pretty good yield going. And then we'll be making some money. And once we start getting more fields going, this early spring is really going to be a busy time with planting, fertilizing, cultivating, all the good stuff that you do on a farm. Really looking forward to getting deep into this series. You can take a look at all that concrete as we drive past. It's pretty cool. Costs us like probably $6,000 or $7,000. But definitely well worth it to have a nice concrete pad where it's just nice and neat. We can put our equipment in there and just tidy things up on the farm a little bit. Also helps out my OCD. I'm just saying. We got one more field on the right of us that we're going to have to buy. That's going to be the last grass field for this grass empire. And I think that's going to be it. This is all the grass that we are going to need going forward, I'm pretty sure. All right, there we go. Field should be all fertilized. Let's just go ahead and hop out and double check. Yeah, fertilize is 100% on this field. It's 100% on this field, so we are good to go. Let's hop back in the tractor. Let's take the fertilizer up, and we're going to park it somewhere. And because we have all this concrete space here, we can just park our machines and our equipment right here. There we go. Fertilizer spreader is down. And that is one more thing that we have accomplished. All right, let's hop over to the wheat. We're going to take the wheat somewhere and sell it. We've started up the engine on the tractor. Let's take a look at the prices. Looks like wheat, $1,031, $1,094. Looks like the farmer's market is the place to go. And we probably should have sold it before, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and take this to the farmer's market. Let's see how much money we get for it. I mean, we've got about 14,000 liters in this trailer and about $1,000 a liter. We're probably going to end up somewhere about $14,000. I mean, that's a simple math. All right, here we are inside the tractor. I do like this view. Unfortunately, sometimes the steering wheel just kind of moves a little bit too quick. All right, here we go, coming up to the farmer's market. Let's go ahead and dump this wheat in here, and hopefully we'll get about 14,000 bucks. All right, here we go, dumping the wheat in. And wouldn't you know it, 15,361. That's pretty good. Go ahead and take this trailer back to the farm. The oats are going to take a few months to grow. That's fine. We'll just park this trailer on the side. Let's drive around this way and come in the back side of the shop. And it's another thing we can do is we can park our trailer in this parking lot for the shop. I mean, nobody's going to tow it. I mean, the owner of the shop said we could park it there. All right, for right now, we are going to pull this trailer back behind here. We'll put it on the concrete and kind of get it out of the way a little bit. As you can see, we've got about 4 pallets of lettuce on each one of our greenhouses. That's going to give us about 12 pallets. And in another couple months, we're going to make another like $50,000 just based on our lettuce. And I tell you what, wouldn't be a bad idea to put some more greenhouses around here. I mean, this lettuce is an absolute money maker. All right, we're gonna pull our tractor up here. We're just gonna kind of back it up right into this space here. Just kind of get it out of the way. Make sure we turn the engine off. Now, eventually, we're gonna have to get gas and get our vehicles repaired. I mean, if you hop into, let's see, is this tractor here? I mean, the repair, I mean, it's going to cost us a pretty penny to get it repaired, but it's nearing that time where we definitely need to get this thing repaired. And that's going to be a monthly cost for us here on the farm. As we get more equipment, we're just going to have to keep repairing it and keeping up with it. And one of the things we want to ask ourselves is, do we want to build a generator? We could have a monthly income to kind of offset our vehicle and gas costs. We take something like these solar powered solar panel things. I mean, we don't have enough money to buy it now, but you know, I mean, we could stick one over here in our front yard and I don't know, maybe get some extra income. We could put one here on the corner of the fields. This thing generates about $9,000 a month. I mean, we could stick them on the back of the greenhouses. We could stick them by the bees. We can put them anywhere we want. I mean, honestly, we could fill this whole empty section of grass over here with these solar-powered things. I'm just not sure if that's the way we want to go. Leave it in the comments down below. How do you feel about these generators? We also have the mod for government subsidies. I mean, this is $9,000 a month, and basically it's just a sign. And farms in real life, they do get government subsidies. If a farm, you know, applies for the subsidy and gets accepted, then the government will help them out. So not an unrealistic thing. We could put a sign here. Doesn't cost us anything. $9,600 a month. I mean, I'm not sure. How do you guys feel about this? Let me know in the comments and we can revisit it at a later time. Well, taking a look at the used vehicle section, we've got a Mack truck. That's pretty cool. And then we've got this Fendt tractor, and that's pretty good too. $72,957. I mean, it only can get up to 142 horsepower, so not the workhorse tractor that we want around the farm. And plus, we don't have the money for it anyway. Taking a look at our farm here, an overview. We've got our oat field going here. We've got this field here, 142,000 we're gonna buy eventually. And then these fields down here are a little bit more expensive, so we're probably not gonna buy those for a few more episodes. We've still got this field down here for 81,000 that we're gonna put some goats. I think we're gonna do goats here. We've got this field here for 85,000. It's going to finish out our grass empire right here. And then looking over here to these fields here, and this is going to be, I think, our chicken empire going on. We have a lot of room behind these fields to put some chickens and chicken coops, and we can get some tractors back in there to pick up the eggs. So I think eventually we're going to start buying up these little farm lands, and we're going to start with this one, $40,000. And as soon as we have our next harvest, maybe after we have our next little harvest of lettuce, we can go ahead and buy this and start getting our chickens going. All right, for right now, it's the month of April and there really isn't anything else to do. I mean, our bees are making honey. We've got lettuce going. We've got our oats. And I think we're going to sleep until the next month, and let's see where we're at. All right, the month of May is upon us, and then take a look. The tree's all filled out with green leaves. We've got full row of lettuce pallets here. We've got all this grass is growing, and our grass fields are ready to harvest. Now what we're going to do, we are going to wait one more month so they get a little bit full. Gives us a little bit more of a yield. Now let's run over here and take a look at our field of oats. Taking a look at our oat field, and I tell you what, it's pretty. Nice little yellow tips going on, and this thing's still growing. I'm not sure how much longer it's going to take before it's ready to be harvested, but it's pretty exciting. And look at all this grass. I mean, we have got grass for days. And the pretty cool thing about all these grass fields is now they're on the same cycle. I mean, they're all going to be ready to harvest at the same time. That means our mowing and our fertilizing and all the things that we do with the grass can be done all at the same time. All right, taking a look at the price of lettuce, it's going down, but it's still not a bad idea to sell it off and make some money now so that perhaps we can get started with our chickens, or at least buy the field in preparation for the chickens. Right now, the supermarket, $2,978. That's where we would take the lettuce. All right, each pallet here is 1,000 liters. So we got 8 pallets over there. We got 8 pallets over here. We have 8 pallets at this greenhouse here. That's 24 pallets. That's 24 times $2,900. So once again, it's going to be about between $50,000 and $60,000 in lettuce. And I mean, I don't see the problem in selling it right now. And that's exactly what we are going to do. Let's go ahead and load up this trailer and take the lettuce somewhere. We're going to make about $50,000 to $60,000. That'll leave us about almost $100,000 in our bank account. We can buy a field and start preparing for some chickens, I guess. As you can see, honey not really stacking up like the lettuce, but at least it's something. All right, hopping in the old skid loader. And a lot easier now that all this ground is concrete. Let's go ahead and load up this lettuce onto the trailer. And let's make some money. All right, well, we've stacked enough lettuce on there. I don't think we can fit any more. We got one pallet that's respawned over here, but let's go ahead and swing this around. We're gonna step out of the skid loader after we turn it off. Let's jump into this tractor, start it up. We've got one little thing of lettuce. It looks like it's falling off of the trailer. Let's go ahead and see if we can't tie down this lettuce and hold that one on there. All right, there we go. Lettuce is tied down. Looks like it's holding on that one container that seems to be falling off the side. And this is great. All right, where is the lettuce gonna go? And it looks here like the lettuce is gonna go to the supermarket. So here we go. I tell you what, people walking on the side of the street, they're gonna know, hey, there goes the lettuce king of ZIELONKA. And they're probably watching these fresh heads of lettuce drive by, and they're thinking to themselves, you know what? I want a salad. And they're going to rush to the supermarket to be the first ones to get the freshest heads of lettuce. I mean, you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. That's exactly what's going to happen. All right, here we go. Here's the lettuce. Bam! All gone. $74,425. I tell you what, some profitable business having some lettuce greenhouses. Maybe instead of chickens, we should just have an entire lettuce empire. And one thing we're going to do, once more mods become available and we get more auto loader trailers, we are going to have a whole bunch more greenhouses, because having to use the skid loader is fun, and stacking up all the containers of lettuce, pretty entertaining, but it really is nice to be able just to drive by the greenhouses and have the auto loading trailer just suck up all the pallets of lettuce and put them neatly in order. We did download a mod for silage bales that's an auto loader, so we're gonna have to buy that trailer next month once the grass and silage is all done. All right, swinging around here, now we have $119,000. I mean, there really isn't any reason why we can't go ahead and buy this field right here. Let's pay to visit. There isn't anything on it, so we could use our seeder. We could plant some sort of crop that we can use to feed our chickens. We got this field too, 34,000 bucks. All right, tell you what, that is exactly what we are going to do. We are going to start our chicken empire, and the first stepping stone in starting the chicken empire is buying field number 82 for 40,128 bucks. Let's go ahead and do it.
Would you like to buy this land for 40,128 bucks?
Yes, we would.
Bam. All right, the field is bought. Our chicken empire has begun. 78,982 bucks left in the bank. It's not enough to buy our chicken coop, but that's fine. All right, hopping back into one of our tractors here. I'm not sure whether we need to cultivate that field or whether we can just go ahead and seed it. Let's look at growth, and it looks like this is already cultivated. I mean, you can see right here. All we need to do is seed it. Tell you what, that's pretty exciting. Let's go ahead and grab our seeder. Now the question is, what are we going to plant in that field? We've already got some oats growing. We can change the type of seed that we have. All right, we've hooked up the seeder. We're going to go get some more fertilizer in this seeder. We are running a little bit low, so let's just go ahead here. Let's try not to run over anybody and flatten them with our seeder. I mean, a little extra fertilizer, though, if you think about it.
Bruh.
All right, here we go. Here's the fertilizer and the seed. All right, bam. Already filled up, and that's going to be fine for this field that we're doing. Let's go ahead and exit out the back of the shop here. Oh boy, oh God, we're hitting the fence. Jeez, don't tell anybody. Let's get out of here before anybody files a complaint or calls the police. All right, now how do we get to our new field? That's the question here. I think we're gonna go out to this intersection here. We are gonna turn onto the road. Let's take a look at the map. We gotta get over here, and we gotta come this way. So looks like we're gonna have to turn. Yep, we're gonna have to go up this way. Oh, there we go. All right, there it is. Coming down this little road. We're gonna cross over and go down towards these little fields. And get used to this scenery here, because this is what it's gonna look like as we're driving to our chicken empire. And take a look. Off to the left, straight ahead, are all of the fields that we are going to own for our chicken empire. And I mean, you can see it. Let's zoom out. I mean, this is going to be a great chicken empire here that we're looking at, and that is something special. Well, here it is. Here is our field right here. I mean, it's a tiny field, but it's fine. It's going to be enough to feed the chickens that are sitting in the back of it. Tell you what we got to do. We got to select what type of crop. We're in May, so we can plant geez, let's see. Can't plant barley. Oh no, we can't plant oat here. Parsnips, peas, poplar, rice, sorghum. We can plant sorghum. I think chickens eat sorghum. I mean, we really don't have much more options here. Maybe we should have thought of that before we bought the field, but that's fine. I mean, we could plant a field of corn. Then we just have to buy a special corn header. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Well, in Farming Simulator 25, it looks like chickens eat wheat, sorghum, or barley. It looks like sorghum is our only option here, and that's fine. Let's go ahead and change the type of seed in the seeder to sorghum. Uh-oh, looks like that's not an option for this seeder. Oh, crap. Well, barley we can't plant till September. Oats, we already missed the window of planting oats. And wheat we can't plant till September. Oh, crap. I mean, the question is, we could plant grass in this field, but will it be ready to harvest by the time September rolls around where we can get some barley in there or some wheat? It's about 4 months away. I mean, I'm pretty sure we could get that going. Let's do that maybe. Well, here's the other option. We got some cedars going on here. And these cedars do plant sorghum, also sunflowers and corn, cotton. I mean, eventually we're going to need sunflowers because we're going to need sunflower oil. So we are going to need one of these planters anyway, and we might as well go ahead and purchase one now. I mean, I hate to spend the money because we're really saving up for the chickens, but I mean, this would solve the problem of planting the sorghum. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to buy this Amazon 4500 seeder. In this seeder, you can put fertilizer and seeds. The fields aren't that big, so the fact that it's only 4.5 meters wide is okay. I mean, it's going to do the job for us, I'm pretty sure. So let's go ahead and buy this seeder. We'll head back to the shop. We'll get some seed, get some fertilizer. We'll swap out the seeders, come back. We'll seed the field with some sorghum, and that way we're all done. All right, heading on back to the shop. And that is all right. We are learning here on the farm all of the things that we can and can't do, and seasonal growth and all of its challenges. And also we are dealing with the consequences of our decisions. Right now, we made a decision to spend $50,000 on a cedar. And that's all right. Still leaves us with about $30,000 left, and that's cool. We can save that money. It's going to go towards buying us a chicken coop and some chickens. All right, here we are. Let's detach this cedar. We will hook up the other cedar and get some seeds in there. Then we'll buy some fertilizer, fill this thing up, and we're going to go seed that field. Tell you what, 330 liters of seeds is all this thing holds. Hopefully that's enough for the field. I don't know. All right, another solid fertilizer big bag. Boy, we're buying a lot of these. Feel like eventually we're going to own stock in this company. All right, there we go, filling it up with the fertilizer. All right, wow, this thing holds way more fertilizer than it does seeds. Jeez, I don't know what that means, but let's go to the field and start a seeding. All right, take a look at this. It's probably one of the prettiest fields to seed with all of these lines looking pretty good. Looks like a piece of corduroy. I'm just saying. All right, lifting up the cedar, turning off the cedar, folding up the cedar. There we go. Now this cedar has done its job. And maybe what we could do here in these fields, we could leave this cedar here. And when we buy the next fields, we could also plant some sorghum or corn or even sunflowers, because we do have to get our sunflower oil going so that we can eventually get that mixed in with some potatoes. All right, well, we're going to drive this cedar back to the farm. I mean, we might need it on some of the other fields that we end up buying for our grain empire that we're planning on building. Taking a look at the field to the right, it looks like it's cotton. And man, I'd really like to get into cotton in this series as well. Something we can do down the line. Cotton can make a pretty good chunk of change. Tell you what else can make a good chunk of change: sugar. When we get some sugar beets going, we are going to be rolling in the dough. We're going to be millionaires before we know it. All right, I'm just plopping this cedar over here behind this greenhouse. There we go. All right, so we bought a field. We just seeded it with sorghum. It's going to take a few months before that's ready. And jumping back over to this field, it is 100% fertilized. So we don't really need to do anything else with it. Right now, the sorghum's just going to grow. We can harvest it. And maybe by the time we're going to harvest the sorghum, we will have some chickens back here. And we can just put the sorghum right in the chicken thing. All right, well, I'll tell you what. It's the month of May. We've really not much more to do here. We need to sleep so that we can come into the month of June, and that way we can mow all of our grass. We can bale it up, we can wrap it up, and start turning it into silage. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and sleep now and get to the month of June. All right, here we go. It is the month of June, and it is right smack dab at the beginning of the summertime. And if we run up here and look at our fields of grass, take a look. They are ready to be harvested, and we are going to do that in the next episode. I mean, we are just rolling here. The series rolls along. And also in the next episode, we are going to fill up our greenhouses with water so they can continue to make the lettuce. Got a couple more pallets out. We do have some more honey here. And this series is rocking and rolling right along. I don't even know what that means. So I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Thanks for following along in the series. Thanks for the love and support on the channel. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the bell notification, hit the like button, leave the comments, do all the things you got to do. You know what you got to do. Just go ahead and do it. What the hell are you waiting for? And come on back for the next episode. It is really starting to roll along here. Thanks again for watching. And most importantly, thank you guys for letting me be a part of your day. It means a lot. We are going to see you right back here in the next video.